Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the May 1993 Book 8, R.L. Stine's Goosebumps, The Girl Who Cried Monster. So this is the 8th book in the uh Goosebumps original 62 book series, May 1993. So, it's a great story, and there's an element of this which I love in regards to R.L.'s writing that I'm going to point out. But something I've noticed, and the covers are great, right? We all know and love these covers. Beautiful painting, beautiful imagery, beautiful depth. The covers are just, the artwork is gorgeous. But who is this girl? Because that ain't the main character. And that's something I noticed within other things, that certain elements of the covers don't correspond to the descriptions that are given. So this is Mr. Mortman. He is a librarian who's a monster, right? He is known in this library setting to have a pan of turtles, a metal tin pan of turtles living on his desk in the library. This is a glass bowl of turtles. No. This girl is blonde with like peachy skin, right? The main character, whose name is Lucy Dark, where's her? Lucy Dark, there we go, is described as extremely pale, fair-skinned with black hair and black eyes. That ain't no Lucy Dark. I'm nitpicking. Love the cover, love the artwork, but the main character and the plot point is not represented on the actual cover. It's an interpretation which is not on the actual story. So it's peeving me a little bit. And now I'm going to pay attention to other cover artwork in regards to the Goosebumps. And again, the cover artwork is gorgeous. We all know and love and have praised it for the last 30 years, but it should represent the actual story. If the girl is described as black hair, black eyes, very fair, pale skin, the main character, Lucy Dark, that should be who's on the cover, not this random blonde chick. If it's described that there's this pan of turtles in water on this, large, fat librarian's desk, we get the large fat librarian, but we get a bowl of turtles, not a pan of turtles. I want the details represented in the artwork. Okay, moving on. Lucy Dark has a younger brother, Randy Dark. She tells him monster stories all the time. She scares him. She's known to do that. Their parents, reprimand her all the time. Don't do that. Don't do that. She tells her friend Aaron, who lives down the street. He's always catches her in lies. Doesn't really know if she's telling the truth or not. So then, at some point, Lucy realizes that the librarian at their local library over the summer is a monster. When he thinks he's alone, his head, expands, and his giant multiple chins go out like a frog, and he gets these big bulging eyes, and he snacks on the turtles, and he opens up the can of the jar of flies, and he takes a handful of flies and throws them in his mouth. Things, right? So what's interesting about all of this is it continues on, and it's just the take on the story is the girl who cried wolf, or the boy who cried wolf. Where the kid would always say, "Oh, there's a wolf," and then the villagers would never believe him. "Oh, there's a wolf." The villagers know that he's lying. But then when there's an actual wolf and the wolf actually eats someone, it's too late because nobody believes him. Much like how Chicken Little, "Oh, the sky is falling," nobody believes him. "The sky is falling," nobody believes him. And then the sky actually is falling, and then people start to believe him. Very similar plot points, right? That's what the inspiration of the title's for, and I liked it. The Girl Who Cried Monster. So she then forces Aaron to go to the library with her. He sees him changing after the fact by then following him back to his house. So they both see him changing, and then he catches up with her. Mr. Mortman catches up with Lucy. Lucy tells her parents. They say, "Well, you know what this means? We got to invite him over for dinner." So they invite him over for dinner, try to clear the air, but then a twist of all twists within the last 2 pages is that her parents eat Mr. Mortman, that their fangs come out and they devour all aspects of him, and Lucy and Randy are too young that their fangs haven't come in yet. And then their dad says, "You know how to do that, right? We're the only monsters in town. We can't have any competition. We can't have anybody else in this town. It's just us here." So you're like, haha, it's not distinctly stated that they're a family of vampires in this town. It's just that they're monsters in this town. So they can't have other monsters in this town. So it's very interesting having a monster tell stories about monsters, thinking that she's a girl the entire time, but she's not a girl the entire time. So it's a very great little spin on it. and it was a nice, literally 2 pages remaining twist at the very end. So it was really fun. It was quick. The thing I wanted to point out, aside from the cover stuff we talked about, is I love the character relationships that we've gotten in these last 8 books. When we have uh, boy friends, when we have girl friends, when we have boy girlfriends, they're friends. There's no romantic things that are being talked about. It's all these middle school kids that we've had as the main characters in these 8 books so far, between 11 and 13 years old. So I think Lucy was 12 in this book. So her to have this best friend Aaron, the friends, they're not. It's nothing about romance. No, ooh, I like you. No crushing stuff. It's, hey, you're my friend. I need your help. Let's go look at this. Hey, you're my friend. I need your help. Let's go do this. So I really like that aspect that I've noticed in these 8 books so far. Out of the 62 we still have to do, it's not anything about crushing or boyfriend girlfriend, or, I mean, this was early 90s, so we wouldn't be talking about girlfriend or boyfriend at the time, but it's nice seeing opposite sex friends, boy girl, that are just friends, that there's no other will they won't they, because they're in middle school. It doesn't matter. Their main objective is, there's this monster, there's this dummy, there's this monster blood, there's this ghost stuff, right? Stuff that kids are dealing with. Not romance stuff is down the line. Don't have to worry about that. Let's just focus on being kids. And I really like that that's how he writes. I really like that R.L. Stine writes it that way. There's no silver lining to it. We are friends. This is what friends do. You're my friend. You're going to help me, etc. Really like it. Really like that dynamic. I really hope I continue to see that moving forward within the next 4 years worth of books. If this ended in 97, technically the original 62. Right now we're on May of 93, up to book 8. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.